Hi guys, welcome to this wonderful encounter. Welcome to another awesome video and welcome to the channel. If you're a new person in this channel, welcome to C2S Enterprises. Now this video is gonna be something you have not seen as far as BitMEX is concerned, because BitMEX is a very complicated, I give it that one, it's very complicated. It's a very complicated crypto trading platform, and to make matters worse, here on YouTube there are not much people like giving extensive, like full tutorials on this platform. It's complicated and there are not much tutorials out there. Yes, you see a lot of people talking about this section and the other group talking about the other section, but there's not been like a complete kind of this thing and bundling everything, at least the basic things you need to know, explain it thoroughly, and that's what is going to be in this video. So make sure you stay to the end of this video and you're surely going to get value. So let's get straight into it. Before we get back, make sure to subscribe and then enable notifications so you get alerted whenever we drop some videos like this. So let's get started, guys. Okay, yes, now we're gonna look at BitMEX. This is gonna be a complete tutorial on BitMEX, the crypto trading platform BitMEX. This is a very complicated platform, like I said. And then but then you might be asking, okay, if it's complicated, then what am I doing here? This, that. I don't like complicated things. But here, hey, chill. Now, I like this platform personally. I'll start with myself because I think they have the best margin form of trading, like the best leverage trading in crypto. Traders who are going to be honest know that Binance margin trading sucks. Like, if there's anyone that actually knows any way to contact Binance, let him or her tell Binance that I said that their margin trading sucks. Yes, quote me that way, because I think they're ripping a lot of traders out there. But these guys, BitMEX, they have the best margin trading kind of trading. Yes, and then is the fees. I think the fees are, yes, the fees are there, but then it's a normal thing in crypto trading. Crypto is becoming more expensive by the day, so fees are, I think is there. It's something to consider, and I'm going to show you a way around it in this tutorial, which is why, like I said, this is the best tutorial on BitMEX you can find on YouTube now. I'm not exaggerating, guys. So we'll get into this. I'm going to show you the way around with the fees, starting with the way you sign up. This starts with the way you sign up, and please, guys, what I'm about to tell you now is not like some kind of advertising stunts. This is real because I'm going to show you now. Now, you start your fees here. Fees. Let me even write it out on a slate. Fees in crypto, as far as crypto trading is concerned, this is what we're battling. If you take it, you might take it for granted in other markets or other kind of financial markets, but here, fees. You're battling with fees here. Like I said, crypto is becoming more expensive by the day. So the first battle is to cut down these fees before even talking about profit. That's the reality of the whole thing. And you need any opportunity you see that can cut this thing down for you, the better for you. As in, you better take it, because this is part of the reasons, as in this part of the things are actually going to determine whether you're going to remain profitable in this profession. Now, with that being said, the link to signing up, the special link that is going to give you a discount on your fees, on your trading fees, is going to be below. Please don't ignore that link, because look at what I'm going to show you. Let's use the link. This is the link in the description below, and I'm going to click it. I'm going to show you firsthand that these aren't jokes. What I'm telling you here, the fees I'm telling you about, you might look at it, is not any. I won't mind spread, as in giving out couple percentage of my profit or my trading volume out. But then, have you considered it, the aggregating effect, like the cumulative effect, when you like, because obviously you're not going to place it on one trade, understand? You're going to place 10s, 20s. As you go on, you're going to place even hundreds of trades. Now, when you calculate it as in the trading fees, as in within all these trades, then you realize what we're talking about. The fees can be crazy. Trust me on that. So that's why I want you to use the link below. You can see it here. This is not my handwriting. This from BitMEX themselves. This is the affiliate link. So it said, looks like you found a referral code. Now you receive 10% discount for the first 6 months. Believe me, this is going to save you much. This is going to save you a lot. And you're going to see the fees, as in what I'm talking about, later in this tutorial, guys. So make sure you use that link. If you ignore this kind of things, I think you should take this one serious. Unless you want to like spare a couple of money or pay a couple percentage of your profits or your trading balance, when you could have like avoided that, which doesn't make any sense. So try to use the link below to get this discount. So now I'm going to start all afresh, understand, with the whole process of signing up. So I have let's start with signing up with our email. So you put your, I think I'm gonna add my spare email, something like that.com. Yes, theredeem@gmail.com, and then you put your password. So let's put some password. That's it. And you choose your country of residence. You could choose your any country. Let's say you're in the United States or something like that, but let's just leave it at Nigeria for now. So you accept terms and conditions, and then you click register, and then that's it. Capture fail. Please try go back if this continues. Try another browser. Let's try the login. So let's try to log in. Okay, and then let's put our password. Let's check if we were really signed in. Click login. Okay, it's asking us for verification. So I'm going to go to my email and I'm going to verify my email. Yes, I think the verification code just came. Now let's verify the email, and we have actually verified the email right now. So I'm just gonna log in. Okay, and I'm not gonna save this. This is just for tutorial purpose. And that's it, guys. You now have a BitMEX account. So now what I want you to do is this. I know this would believe me, the first time I came on the BitMEX platform, I was very intimidated. I was like, what the heck is all this? I was seeing a lot of buttons, a lot of figures just going around, and I was so confused. And I know what, if you're meeting this for the first time, I know exactly what you're feeling right now. And that's why I'm going to tell you to chill, and I'm going to take you step by at least the basic things you need. I'm just going to show you how this platform, at least you get used to this platform and know especially what you should do and what you shouldn't do, especially when it comes to fees. And some little, no, I won't call it little mistakes, some nasty mistakes that traders make that make them lose money. It's very easy to lose money here because like you can see, the whole platform is looking all over the place, understand? So I'm going to show you how to do this, but then before we get on with it, now the first thing you need to do is to verify your identity. Very important. I can't be able to trade if you don't do this. So you click this. Okay, let's try to do that on the platform. And now it's going to ask you, you're going to submit these documents, a photograph of your ID. You're going to like take a selfie, capture a video or image selfie, and then you're gonna upload your verification of residence. That's your location. You could use your web browser, or you could upload a document. I suggest you upload a document. This could be your bank statement or utility bill, and then you start talking about funding your account as deposit. So I'm not, obviously this is an account for purpose of tutorial, so I'm not going to go through this. It's a pretty simple process. You click begin, you can see begin, you click it, and then it's just you submit this, you go to the next one, you submit this, you submit that, and that's it. You're pretty done with that. So let's go back to that. I just wanted to show you that. Please make sure you verify this, and without verifying this is their new principle. It wasn't here before, but as of now, if you don't do this, you can't be able to trade here on this platform. So another thing I wanted to show you guys is how to like your money and all that. So how to withdraw. You can see here balance is mainly in BTC. Now SBT is the how will I put this? It's like Binance and BitMEX way of same Bitcoin. You can see SBT USD Bitcoin. You can see. So that's like, so anyway you see SBT, just know that it's Bitcoin. That's like their own acronym of same Bitcoin here on the BitMEX platform. I think, okay, yes, you click your balance, like where you have your balance. Now it's going to take you to your money page where you have most of the things associated with your money. So for the most part, what we're interested here is our deposit and withdraw. Now here's where you have your balances, your wallet balance, your margin balance, and your available balance. So I think I should use the testnet BitMEX for this so that I can show you this. I have a testnet BitMEX where I have a demo account, so I can show you this. So now I'm going to testnet BitMEX and the real account. Yes, BitMEX has a demo and a real trading account. You understand? A real trading platform and a demo trading platform. Now the difference is, you can see this is the real platform. The real platform has this red and blue logo, like it has the red, but the demo has the green. Look at the demo. This is a demo BitMEX account. So now remember, this guy, the real one, has the red. That's red, signifying red, like showing you, look, you're using real money. You understand? Why the green is like for the demo, like showing you, yes, you're in the green zone. This is like fake money or demo money, which you can use for practice. So you use this testnet for practice, and I suggest you use this for your practice, especially if you're a beginner. And I'm going to lead by example because everything we're going to be doing here is going to be on the testnet. Understand? Now they are the same thing, guys, the same platform. I'm going to log into this testnet. They are the same platform. The only difference here is that the value you have here is real money for this real platform, and for the testnet the value you have there is like demo money. That's just the difference. There's no other difference there. It's the same platform, the same way you log in, everything is the same. So that's why we're going to be using this for. So let me just log into my testnet demo and let's get started. So this is my testnet BitMEX. Really no difference between this testnet and this the real BitMEX platform. The only difference is that, like for this case, I have 0.015 bitcoins here and Bitcoin here. So this is like demo money. It's not real money. You can't withdraw this, you understand? It's just money for practice, whilst money traded here is real money. That's just the only difference. So I wanted to use this to like explain the whole deposit method, because like I said, everything is just the same, just that you're dealing with arbitrary figures. So now here is like I said, if you want to go to this page, you understand, your money page, you click your icon, your money icon where you have your balance showing, and it's going to take you to this page. Now this way you have your balances, your various balance. Unrealized profit and loss is you can see, if you hover here, it's going to tell you current profit and loss from all open positions. This is what you have, like your trades, or what you have on your trades at that moment. If you have any open trade, if you're making profits or you're making loss, it's going to show here. And now your wallet balance is what you have in your wallet, understand, at that moment, excluding open trades. So what this means is that your wallet balance plus your unrealized P&L is your margin balance. Your margin balance, you can see, is the total equity held with the exchange. That's wallet balance plus unrealized P&L. That means, let's say you have 1 Bitcoin in your wallet and you have a trade running and you're making 1 Bitcoin from that trade. I'm just giving you an example. Your margin balance is going to show 2 Bitcoins, but what you have in your wallet is 1 Bitcoin, because you have not closed that trade. When you close that trade, your unrealized P&L goes to 0 and your money will be added to your wallet balance. So that means that whenever you don't have any trade running, your wallet balance will be equal to your margin balance. I believe this is simple to understand. So available balance is what you have available to trade. So that's it. So now to deposit this, you click here. Yes, this is how we deposit. Is that simple. You can see your Bitcoin address. You basically send your Bitcoin to this address, and that's it. That's just how you deposit. And then let's talk about withdrawal. You can see you put in the Bitcoin address. You put in the Bitcoin address where you want the Bitcoins to go to. You input the amount. The network fee you can choose by yourself if you want it to. But please here, guys, I wanted to leave an important advice here. I'll suggest you to leave. BitMEX will recommend 0.01 BTC as network fee, but that's expensive in my own view. So I advise you to leave it somewhere around 0.2 to 0.4. Understand? If you want to go high up to 0.10, you know how you guys the Bitcoin network works. The more fee you're paying on your transactions, the faster miners are going to confirm your transaction. Everybody knows that. So if you're going down, I don't know, that's not. So they normally recommend a minimum of 0.03 and at least 0.002. So I recommend you keep it 0.002 to 0.004. I think this 0.003 is okay. And now you can add additional notes, and that's it. You press submit and your withdrawal will be submitted. Now here's the thing. BitMEX bitcoins and BitMEX and Bitcoin, your balance, your coins on BitMEX is stored in external, like in cold storage. They are not on the side because of hackers, understand, and all this crap going around. So now what it means that they can withdrawals only process once a day, and that's by 1 o'clock. That's 1 p.m. 1300 UTC. Yes, this is when they process this. So if you're going to withdraw, I suggest you do everything you're going to do before this time. Understand? Because if you do it by this time on that day, you have to wait till the next days, as in by 1 p.m. the next day, to be able to confirm your transaction. Because that the only process withdrawals only by this time is for security reasons. Just so keep that in at the back of your mind, guys. So that's just basically what you need here. Now another thing I want you to do, guys, is your two-factor authentication. Yes, go and enable a two-factor authentication. Anywhere you're managing your money online, please enable two-factor authentication. Very, very important. Add an extra layer of security. So what you do is go to this security center on this page, add the time-based OTP. You can see TOTP, and now you with your authenticator app, you scan this code and then enter the code, and then that's it. Boom, you understand it. To this code, this button will show confirm TOP, and they have enabled authentication. Anytime you want to log in, you'll be asked to enter the code on your authenticator app. You can use Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authentication, OT, that's the OT app. Any type of authentication you want, you can use that. Please add an extra layer of security on your account. Very, very important. So let's go back to the home page and let's talk about some things. Now I want you guys to, I know, like I said, this whole thing is going to sound very, very foreign, because there are buttons all over the place, figures all over the place, and it can be a lot, and I must be frank with you. But here's the thing. I first want to start with one very, very important thing here, guys, and which is the margin trading. Personally, when I came here, this is actually what, like I said in the beginning of this video, this is why I came here, because these guys, for me, they have the best leverage system of trading. Yes, they have depending on this the crypto asset you're trading, they have leverage up to 100x. Yes, I know you might be hearing 100x. Wow, that's it. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be careful, because there's what we call a liquidation point. They are giving you this leverage. Understand? This leverage basically means, let's say you have 1 Bitcoin to trade. Understand? So if you have 1 Bitcoin to trade, and maybe you want to buy a contract, or you want to buy a contract worth 2 Bitcoins. That's, you need 1 more Bitcoin. With your 1 BTC, you use a leverage of 2x. That means BitMEX is going to like double your money, understand? And then you're going to buy your contract, place your trade, and then that's it. But it comes at a price. What's the price? The price is that there's what we call a liquidation point. So the liquidation price is a price where BitMEX will tell you, okay, I'm giving you this money, understand? I'm lending you this money, but then if price for any reason starts going against you and get to this point, I'm going to take everything. Like in this case, the 1 BTC you had staked in this trade. Let me come again. You have 1 Bitcoin, and then you want to like enter a position worth 2 Bitcoins. Now you use a 2x leverage, which means it's going to double you're using a 2x leverage is going to double your initial money, understand? So now you can now go ahead with your contract or your trade worth 2 bitcoins. But then BitMEX is going to give you a condition that if price starts going against you, obviously they are not going to let you squander their money, and gets to a point they are going to take back their money. They are going to take back their leverage, and they are going to take the money you staked in, which is that's the 1 bitcoin you staked in. So that's how it works. So that's why using this leverage, you should be watching your estimated liquidation price. What do I mean? Let me use this trade for example. Let's say I want to enter a trade now here when placing a trade, this is what you have to check. You have to check the cost. Whether if you're buying, you understand, if you're buying, the cost will be shown on this side, and if you're selling, the cost is going to show on this side. So now watch this. If I keep increasing my my contract, just keep looking at this. If I keep increasing this, you can see that the order value is increasing, but this is not what I'm looking at. Okay, let me just input it. But let me say I want to buy 1,000 like $1,000 contract of this. Okay, that's 1,000. You can see the cost of this contract is 0.003 SBT. But here's the thing, before we even continue, we have to choose our leverage. So let's just choose a leverage. Please don't, here's another thing, remove this thing from cross. Look at my cursor. Don't try this. This is going to mess you up. So before you even enter a position, make sure this is out of cross, because I don't know why they're keeping it that way, but it's something bad. You don't want that. So remove that. I don't even want to start explaining what it does, but just remove it. You won't be needing it. So let's say we use a 5x leverage. I'm just giving an example. I just want to show you something. So now look at this. Let's go back to 1. Let's say we are buying a $1 contract. 0, right? Now if we keep increasing this, understand, with respect to the 5s leverage, what this means is that the value here, the order value, is the value of that order, like what you're going for. Understand? So the order value divided by your leverage is going to give you your cost. Understand? Your cost is that money you had, like the 1 BTC you had. Understand? But you wanted to enter a position worth 2 BTC. That 2 BTC in this case is the order value, the real value of that order. But you don't have that money. You don't have this 0.0010 BTC. I'm just giving an example. So now you're using a 5s leverage. So with this 5s leverage, is going to cost you less now. So this thing is going to this contract is only going to cost you 0.0002 bitcoins. So that's it, guys. So always remember, let me write it down. Let me write it down on a notepad. So the order value, okay, let's say your costs times leverage will give you your order value equal to order value, so that at any point your cost is going to be equal to order value divided by your leverage. And that's it, guys. So that's what it basically means. I encourage you to keep watching this. So this cost, make sure is within your risk appetite, whether you want to be risking 1% of your account on one trade, or 2%, or 3%, or thereabout. So make sure you're watching this and it's the amount you really want to. Don't look at any other thing. This is what matters. Understand? This is what you're going to. If anything happens, this is what this contract is going to cost you. So irrespective of the margin you pick, there are two things you should be checking. Check the cost of that contract, and then check the liquidation price. And what is the liquidation price? We are going to get to that. It's going to show you that. So from your trade analysis, there should be a point on your trade, like we call it a stop loss, your loss up, as in like your loss range. Understand? When you enter it, there's a range where you'll be like, once price gets here, I'm wrong. Make sure that stop loss range is before your liquidation price, guys. What do I mean? Let's say I choose a 5x leverage on this, understand, and I'm buying this contract. This contract is going to cost me 0.002. Look at it, 0.0002 bitcoins. So let's say I want to buy, so I buy this. Okay, yes, I buy this contract. So now my estimated liquidation price, look at it, is at 28,027 dollars. That's 28,000,027. So now my stop loss, because this is a buy trade, obviously my stop loss should be somewhere above this. If it's below this, if this liquidation price will hit before that point, then I'll cancel this and go back and adjust things. Is either I reduce my leverage or I reduce my order quantity. I just have to make sure that two things coincide. This is equal to how much I really want to risk, and anytime I press this, my stop loss is always coming before my liquidation price. I'm not going to say that again. If it doesn't make sense, play this over and over again until it sinks. So that's it, guys. That's leave margin trading and leverage out of the way. So another thing we're going to check here is your fees. How do you place orders? I told you guys the battle here is literally a battle of fees, guys, because this is actually what's going to ensure, as in like determine whether you're going to stay profitable or not. In that note, you see this is automatically going to be on your limit order. Don't use this for any reason. Why? Market execution means that you're entering at the current, as in the current market value. That's you're taking, and the market is going to pick the best available price, any available price at the moment. So you're automatically going to be a taker. So what's a taker and a maker? Let's start from the makers. The makers are the people that make price. You understand? The people that use limit. To break it down. Takers are people that use limit orders. Understand? And then use and post the price, like they make the price. Understand? They say, okay, this is the price I'm going to buy or sell Bitcoin at, and they keep it there, and it's going to register on the order book. For this to make sense, you have to understand what the order book is all about. But I'm not going to go through that. This is course material, this is course knowledge here, guys, because it's very, very in depth. So if you want to learn more about the order book and even how to trade, and as in a lot of things, because there are a lot of things we are not even going to cover here. This tutorial is just to tell you how to trade on BitMEX, like how to explain this whole confusing interface. To learn how to really trade Bitcoin here, to trade cryptocurrency on this platform, which is a whole ball game, then I advise you enroll for our course. The link is going to be in the description below. So let's continue. So now the makers are those who make the price. You understand? They say this is the price I'm going to buy at this. They choose the price and then they post it. It appears on the order book, and then that's for the makers. Then the takers are people who buy at that price. You understand? Who execute at that price. Maybe when that price of the taker reaches which is the current price, they are going to take whatever price is in the market. So whatever Bitcoin, in this case this is SBT USD, we're trading SBT USD, whatever the Bitcoin is worth, they just take it. Understand? There's not like I'll buy at this point, I'll buy at this point. Now in that note, you already know that obviously the makers are going to be paying higher fees because they're just literally taking everything off for grabs. So, and then the takers are going to pay more fees, more transaction fees, while the makers are going to like pay lesser fees. So it's not exactly like that, because here's what actually happens. The fees the makers pay for just taking the price as in like that is how it actually works is that BitMEX is actually taking part of those fees and paying the takers for making those price. So in other words, whether I want to take it as a discount on the makers fees or just BitMEX paying them, well, the whole takeaway from this is that makers pay a lesser transaction fee than takers. This is confusing. I told you guys this whole this can take a lot, as in a couple times to digest this, but then keep watching this video over and over again. I'll even advise you to download it, because this is like the best BitMEX tutorial you can get right now. I'm not exaggerating, guys, because this platform, there's a lot, and not a lot of people are not explaining it very well. So let's continue. The makers are going to pay lesser transaction fees than the takers. So for making that fee, that's how BitMEX reward them for making a fee. You understand? For making price. You understand? For actually putting price as an this is just their contribution in moving the market. So that's how BitMEX rewards them. In that note, we don't use this unless you, like I said, you're okay with giving away money. I don't think there's anybody that is okay with giving away money. So I'm sure you're not okay with giving away money. And if you're not okay with giving away money, don't use this. We use limit orders in crypto. The worst thing that can happen is crypto is very volatile, so it really happens in my own case. Anytime I use limit order, it must, whether I'm buying high or anytime I use limit order, market is surely going to reach there, because crypto market is very, very volatile. It's not like forex and currency trading where this is very, very volatile. So make sure to use limit order. Understand? Don't buy at current price, please. You're going to pay more, and that's it. The only thing that happened, the only con as on being a maker is that if for any reason market doesn't reach that point, your trade is not going to execute. You understand? I understand. So if you just have to just suppose the whole thing and know which one is important for you. Is it paying fees, or is it like a rare chance of a very, very rare chance by the way of price not reaching your point? Which one? So you just, and it's not like you're going to put a lot of gap. The whole idea is not to enter at this price at all. Don't enter at any price here. You can pick any price here. You can choose any price, so far as it's not current market price, guys, and it's a limit order. And then the last thing you need to do is this. You have to click this post only. This was going to post it on the order book, and this was actually going to make you a maker of the market. So what do I say again? Use limit order 1, click post only 2, and then for your price, don't use any price here. Okay, now price is at 33615. If you're buying, remember the whole concept of the market is you buy low and you sell high. So if we're buying Bitcoin, like if we're buying a contracts on Bitcoin, market is at 33660 and now we can actually enter at 33660 600. What do I mean? Let's say market is currently at 33666. Now you can buy low, that's a lower price that we can enter at 33600. Just give that 66 gap, just to make sure that we're not in this we're not taking the current market price. We're not entering at this. So that's the 3 conditions. 1, 2, understand, and then you pick, if you're selling, you pick a higher price, understand, give a little gap from this. If you're buying, you pick a lower price, give a little gap from this. This is how you trade on Bitcoin, on BitMEX, to avoid these fees, guys. Believe me, these fees, I've done the math, and believe me, on the long run, you won't believe how much is actually going out of your pocket just from these things you call ordinary. They are not ordinary fees, guys. You might look ordinary with one transaction, but when you keep placing trades, buying contracts, selling, you're actually going to understand the meaning of this. You could also pick prices, you understand. Once you pick price, you can see I pick the price here. If you pick any price, it's going to change here. Just look at this. Let's say I pick this price, it's going to change it. You can pick any this thing, fine. So far as it's not this, and so far as this thing is clicked, post only is clicked, then you're going to be a maker and you're going to pay lesser fees. Understand? That's it out of the way. Please, guys, don't joke with that. Keep that at the back of your mind. So with that out of the way, now we now know how to place orders. So once we have actually checked our leverage side of things and checked our maker and taker side of things, now we can actually buy a contract. So let me just go over the steps of buying a contract. So now we have 0.00154. We have a rule for risk management and trading. Like I said, it's cost material, but let me just place a random trade. So now this contract is going to cost me 0.0003 bitcoins. Let's say I'm okay with that, understand? And then let's say my liquidation price is okay, because when I click, okay, by the way, I'm using limit order, and I'll choose my price market is currently at 33979. I'm going to choose something like 33900. Let's just say 33900. I'm buying, so I'll buy low, understand? I'll buy low, so 33900. So now everything is set. I click buy. The last check is checking my estimated liquidation price. Let's say my initial stop loss, my risk margin, like for my analysis, believe me, you should do analysis. We don't just buy and sell. We don't just do things anyhow. We analyze the market, guys. You must have seen people do it. It's a thing. You don't just do things reckless. If you do things reckless, you're just basically hanging yourself. You're just literally hanging yourself, because that's what it means. So if you want to learn how to trade the crypto markets, like I said, the link is going to be in the description below. My lectures are very concise, and I give you the best. So from this video alone, you should know what you're meant to expect from my training. It's as simple as that. So now, let's say my stop loss was somewhere around 28,000, and my estimated liquidation price is around 25,497. That means my stop loss is actually before my estimated liquidation price, and I'm okay with that. So what I do is I can go on and then click buy, and that's it. And now, okay, submission order, will do execute on submission. Okay, it's asking us to place our order deeper in the book, or turn off post only. We don't want to turn off post only, so let's just choose a deeper price. Let's choose 3364 and buy again and see what happens. Okay, it's actually submitted. Price this thing is pending order. It has actually submitted. So now if we want to see this order, the order we just placed now, we can go here. We can go here to active orders, and then we'll see the order we just placed. We could still amend some things. We could still, like you could see, if you hover here, you're going to see click term. We could still amend some things, understand? Because the order has not been filled yet. Yes, but there are some things you won't change if the order successfully gets filled, understand? So if it gets filled, this is where it will occur. So this is still a pending order. It has not been filled yet. That price has not reached the point our order price, understand, the price we choose. So once price gets there, that's it. So we can leave our trades to run. So let me explain this bar. This is your positions, like where you have your open positions, your total open positions. So we don't have any open position. We only have pending orders, understand, pending orders here, which has not yet been filled. If this gets filled, it's going to appear on the positions tab. Now the close position, as the name implies, are your close positions that you've closed, understand, trades that you've closed. Then active orders is where your orders are. I think both active and both pending, and everything that has to do with orders you have executed in the market, whether it has been filled or it hasn't been filled, is going to appear here. Now stops are for your distance, stop loss and take profits, which I'm going to go into shortly. I just want to show you this. So fills, orders that have been filled, understand. This has been my trades from the past, something like that. So order history of orders, understand. So you can see the trade we just took, understand. You can see the trades we just took. These were the first two failed ones, the ones that failed, and this was the successful one. So a little bit of accounting here, guys, in a jiffy. So that's it. That's the tab. So now let's go over to, now we have placed our trade. Now how do we hedge, like our take profit and stop loss in the normal market? You understand, we have it everywhere in the market. So this is another reason I chose these guys, because with Binance it's very complicated. Binance is most especially for, if Binance, I keep telling people, Binance is best for holding a portfolio, you understand. If you like, there are a lot of cryptocurrencies out there which you can trade and you can invest in with Binance. So you can actually build a portfolio there for long-term investment. Binance is not good for short-term investment, in my own opinion. I'm just a guy, understand, it's just my own opinion, because they have higher fees. If you think these guys are even charging higher, if you go to Binance, they have higher fees, and these things are not things you want to be part of. In fact, understand, it's just crazy. They have higher fees and all that. There's a lot of things going on there, which personally for me, I don't think is good for short-term investment. So what I do is, on my Binance, I have portfolios, long-term investment. Like if I see a cryptocurrency I want to hold for like a year, 2 years, 6 months, from 6 months upwards, I go to Binance, because understand, after all, the fees being high, it's going to worthwhile, because I'm going to hold those coins for some time. But as per short-term investments, I don't think that's the best. So let's go back to it. Just a little bit of deviation there, just a little bit of adverse stripping. So now we have placed our trades. Now we can choose our stop orders, which are like our hedging method, whether our stop loss and our take profit. So we click the stop market, and you can see this is it. We're currently here. Now since you click, when you click on this arrow, there's an arrow by the side of this. When you click it, you're going to see this. You're going to see this. You're going to see the stop limit, understand? You're going to see the take profit limit and take profit market. Like I always suggest, these market, anything that has markets attached, you shouldn't even consider it. It shouldn't be an option, understand? So remove anything that has to do with market. Very, very important. Only look at things that have limit. If you want trailing stop, I don't usually use trailing stop, so it's not a thing for me. So what we're looking here is your stop limit for your stop loss and take profit limit for your take profit. So we start with the stop loss. We're going to, instead of stop market, it's currently a stop market, we change this to stop limit. So what is going to mean is we're going to impute our price. So in that order, let's say our stop loss, like our range, I told you guys it was 28. Let's just say we did the analysis and my analysis gave me 28k as my stop loss. Understand? So I can start looking for limits around let's just say limits around 28.5, but I can put my final stop price at 28,000. That's what it means. Understand? It's a buy order, so I'm just using a buy order for example. So at this point, if for any reason my buy trade market starts going against me, I'll give this execution to close all my positions, understand, all the 33 contracts. That's the 33 contracts at this point. So I'm going to click sell stop and limit, set sell stop, and if I click it, let me check if everything is, remember post only should be there, and close on trigger. Yes, make sure this is ticked. For this one, make sure post only is ticked and close on trigger is ticked, and that's it. Because this is a stop limit, understand, it's not going to cost you anything. You're just basically closing your active position already, understand? So it's not going to cost you anything. That's why you're seeing 0 SBT here, and that's it, guys. So when you do that, you're going to actually click sell stop limit, and then obviously there is no estimated liquidation price. You're just trying to hedge your already active position, which is our buy trade. So we sell, that's we set our stop, and you see if you click on the stop tab, it's going to appear here. So if for any reason our position has been filled, see what I keep telling you guys, you see the trade has been opened, and now we have basically, it's only going to hit. The crypto market is very, very volatile, so your listing is going to hit. So far as you're not putting it far away, just put it reasonably somewhere within, understand, considerable range, and escape that fees, guys. Don't be a taker for any reason. There's no point of rushing. Just choose, give price space, and post your price and become a maker, and then pay lesser fees. Believe me, that's what you want. So now when we go to stop orders, you can see our stop loss is actually here. So this I actually bought at 3 contracts, understand, for price to go long. Like I just went long. I want price to go long. But if for any reason price starts going down against my favor, then I've given price order to stop, as in like stop loss, like stop the price at once it reaches to this point, sell off everything and close me out on loss, instead of my estimated liquidation price hitting, which is 25,297. So my stop price is at 28. You can see 28,000 we hit before 25 whatever 25,000 something. So you see the idea. Don't let this hit for any reason. That's why I told you guys to keep an eye on your estimated liquidation price, so that you don't lose all your money. At least it's better to sell off with little profits than losing out all your money, guys. You don't want that. So that's it. Believe me, this tutorials is like one of the most concise tutorial you're ever going to get on BitMEX on YouTube. I'm not exaggerating, guys. I mean every damn word of what I'm saying right now. So now that's it for stop loss. Now let's look at take profit. We click the drop down arrow and we go to take profit limit. And now with take profit limit, it's just the same thing. You can see now we actually giving market, and now let's say we actually entered at 33,637. let's just say we want to buy one price. We are going long up to the 40k zone. So let's say we want to take profit as let's say 40k, understand. Let's say we want to take profit at 40,000, understand, 40,000. We can say we can give the market order to start looking okay, we could say 40,000. Okay, we could say limit price is we could tell market, okay, from 39,500 start finding a good price for us, understand, so that once it reaches the trigger price, the last price, which is your main take profit price, is 40,000, understand. Now you tell market, once it gets to this point, sell off, understand, sell off everything and give me my profit, and which is what it's going to be. And now you can see there's no cost to this, because you're actually, this is a hedging method, you're just taking your profit. And now you can set one good thing here is too, which I like, which is why another reason why I like, you can take partial profit. Let me say you have 33 total positions, you can take some, let's say let's say we don't want to take everything, we just want to take part. Yes, we want to 40k is what we want to sell off at, understand, but we want to take some profits, like little before we get there. So we could sell our first, let's say we can sell our first 10 contracts out of the 33 at, let me say, what random number am I going to, let me say 35,000, let's say 35,000, so that, let's say that, okay, let's say from 34.5, let's say from 34.5, market start looking for good prices, so that by 35,000 we sell those 10 contracts at profits, understand. So you can see now it's going to open a take partials kind of thing for you. So now you can actually take partial profit. So if you click sell, understand, and then the sell, and it's actually going to open the stops. Understand, you can now take part of this 33 contracts in profit. You can see it's take profit, part of it at 35,000, which is the stop price, the final price. So then we can say, okay, the remaining 23, understand, the remaining 23, we want to finally take it at 40,000. So you can say market from 39,500 start looking for a good price, so that by 40k we want to sell off everything in profit. And you can see you can actually make sure close on trigger and post only is active, so you can sell, and it's going to open the position, and then you sell. You can see now you have set your stop loss, that's your stop limit, understand, and your take profit limit, and you just basically leave your trade to run, and that's it. Everything is going to show on this chart. So you have seen how I simplified this whole platform already. So that's just it. And then for the instruments you trade, you can trade Bitcoin, you can trade Bitcoin yen. Okay, this is for the testnet. Let's go to the main listen, because I think the instruments are kind of different, kind of a little bit. Let's just go to this guy and see what we have there. I just want to show you this one with the real account. So now you can trade Bitcoin here, you can trade Cardano, that's ADA, you can trade Bitcoin Cash, BCH, Binance Coins, BNB, Polkadot, EOS, you can trade Ethereum, Chainlink, Litecoin, Tron, Repo, Tezos, and Yen Finance. These are the things you can trade here, and it's enough for someone trading short term. I told you guys I basically use BitMEX for trading short term. Then if you want more, like the 1,000 crypto assets in the market, you can go to Binance, but I recommend you use that for assets you want to hold, like maybe assets that you want to hold till, as in hopes to make you rich, that kind of thing, for long-term investment. But for this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 pairs 13 instruments is enough for someone as in trading short term, understand. So that's basically the BitMEX transfer. Yes, there are a lot of things that go into this, especially the order book, how to understand the order book, how to understand the depth chart, and then most important, which is the main thing above all, how to analyze the market. That these are a lot of things you need to know. This show is just teaching you the Binance platform, which is the part a lot of people get twisted, understand. So now you actually know your way around this, understand. So I know you found this very helpful, because this is like the best out there as of the point of recording this video. So I actually made this concise to introduce you extensively, understand, to the BitMEX platform. Why do I keep saying Binance? The BitMEX platform. Sorry guys. So now I'll kindly urge you guys to kindly go down to the to the subscribe button and smash that subscribe button, and then enable the like, as in smash the like button too. Yes, most especially the like button. What this actually does is it helps YouTube recommend our videos to a lot of people, because this video is actually a concise BitMEX guide, as in a concise guide to setting up a BitMEX account and start trading on the platform. It will be a good thing that we actually make it reach a lot of people, because there are not much of this out there, and they literally a lot of people who these fees, especially these fees, a lot of people who these fees are literally eating up, but they don't have access to quality information explaining all this to them. So please guys, this will be your way of helping us by you have seen the good news, so kindly smash that like button so that this good news gets to a lot of people, guys. It goes a long way, understand? So that's it. Also, like I said, if you want to join our crypto training, the link to that will be in the description below. So we also have a free Telegram channel where we offer signals on all the financial markets. We also have the paid version, but for a start, you can join the paid the free signal group. Understand, where you get free signals and free tips. The link is going to be in the description below. If you also want to join the paid signal group, the link is also going to be in the description below. Every resource you need is going to be in the description below. Remember to use the sign up link I told you guys about. Very, very important. And also if you want to support like this, like I just wanted to put it out there, our content creation when here at C2S Enterprises, we are always creating tutorial educative videos and some tutorial videos to help a lot of people when it comes to trading and investing, digital marketing and e-commerce, making money online. So this is actually an initiative we came up with. So now if you want to support this initiative, where your donations are welcome, the link to our Patreon channel is going to be in the description below. Otherwise, the best form of support I can ask from you right now is literally go down and smash the like button, and also subscribe so that you yourself can get updates on the videos, the educative content we drop here. And then this like button is actually for these guys, the people out there who haven't heard of what we're doing here, so they can actually get updates on what we're doing here, guys. It's actually for it's in everyone's best interest that everyone gets this valuable content. So that's it, guys. See you in the next video, and hope you put this into practice, and I hope this helps a lot. See you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Stay safe.